Good day all, this is TJ, the Park Popper, coming to you today from the first day of the 2025 Food and Wine Festival here at Epcot. Today we're going to try some of the new dishes. We may hop on a ride and see some merchandise. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, let's do it. We're up to our first little festival scene here at the Brewing Lab in the Odyssey Pavilion. And we're going to hop in, we're going to try those new Korean barbecue wings. They have gochujang barbecue sauce and toasted sesame for $7.75. We're going to give those a shot, see how they are. Outside today, you can see that because this being an indoor festival stand, that this is one of the ones that people kind of draw themselves to. So as you can see, we got those Korean barbecue wings. That's a messy wing there. They do give you towelettes, which is handy. And yeah, so there's a hint of spice. Again, this is nowhere near the curiously spicy but uncommonly tasty Carolina Reaper wing that we had last year. Not handle that. So I would say this is a hint of spice, maybe a 1 or a 2 on the spice scale if you want to look at it that way. Around the mild jalapeno kind of level. Yeah, pretty tasty. Very meaty wing, crispy, well done. Would say that it's heavily sauced with that gochujang barbecue sauce. So if you don't like a super saucy wing, this might not be for you. But the flavors are good, and the batter that the wing is fried in, you definitely get that sense of toasted sesame coming through that batter. So I think all the flavors are married well. Again, the only knock to this would be it's extremely saucy. So if that's not your kind of thing for wing, you might want to look at the other wings that they have here, like the garlic parmesan wing and so forth. Stands, they are very saucy, but I will tell you one thing, for $7.75 you get some humongous wings. I think they shot these things with gamma radiation or something. They are huge. So definitely a good value for protein if that's one of the things that you're looking for here. So again, let's move on to the next festival center. Okay guys, we're here on the other side of the park at Bramblewood Bites, and we're going to give a shot to the cast iron seared river trout, vanilla butternut squash puree, Brussels sprout salad, candy pecan, spiced pumpkin seeds, dried cranberries, and maple dressing for $7.25. As you can see, the pan-seared trout with the shaved Brussels sprouts and the butternut squash puree. Going to go ahead and give this a shot and see what we think. Starting with that Brussels sprouts. Crunchy. I think it gives a nice texture, and then you combine it with that butternut squash puree, but it's sweet as well with kind of a dessert quality of the butternut squash. And then you have some cherries, I believe, there as well, that are dried, that are really good as well. Now a shot to that trout. You can see they have that really like seared skin on the trout, and then it is just thoroughly cooked. Again, you have that really clean, almost mineral-like taste of the trout. In this, it's the quality is just really high. I would say the flavor is intense for trout, but not off-putting, just strong. And you really get the flavor, and the accompaniments here that are with the trout really just enhance that flavor. So I'm gonna try to give a shot to all of it together just to see how it all kind of marries. There was a little bit of salt in that specific bite, and it just went to the moon in flavor. I tell you, like a river runs through it good. So definitely something I would come back for. It's fishy, but not fishy in a bad way, just a very strong trout flavor. So if you like that, you're gonna love this. As you can see, it is a busy but beautiful day here at World Showcase, Epcot. People out here on the first day of the Food and Wine Festival getting all their new eats in. We've got the China Festival booth, of course, in the China Pavilion. We're going to be trying the Beijing Jajang Noodles for $8.50. That comes with stir-fried minced beef, cucumber, chili, and carrots, and savory Dubon sauce. All right, guys, so I hopped in over here at Low spicy cafe to give a shot to these noodles. And again, we've got some, it looks like saffron threads. There is some beef and of course the noodles. And again, those are some delicate flavors. So let's give a shot and see if we can make everything out here. Good healthy bite of noodles there. Very lightly dressed. You definitely get the a little bit of sesame oil. You get a little bit of that seasoning from the beef, but very light. And you can definitely make out the cucumber. Just to tell you that that's the subtletyness of this this dish. I'm gonna give a shot at just a little bit of the beef and see how the flavor is with that, and just a couple of there. The beef is a little salty. I think in context of the rest of the dish being very light, that beef doesn't totally homogenize with this. I wonder if the flavors would be better as a salad, like a cold noodle dish in this regard, and maybe a different type of noodle with the beef. As it stands now, again, the flavors are there. They're not very well married, but the dish is pretty good. I would say that it's light. It's not to the point of being bland, but it is pretty decent. I would say that of the dishes today, this is my least favorite, but it's still serviceable. Guys, we're here at the Refreshment Outpost, and we're going to give a shot to the BERBERE spiced beef stew with sweet potato, mealy pap, and kachumbari slaw for $6.75. And I've had a version of this here before, I believe, but with venison, so we're going to go ahead and give this beef version a shot and see how it is. Again, you can see all the kumbunchari slaw here on the top, and then that beef stew itself, and then it's on that pap, which is, I believe, like a grit almost, but it's made with sweet potatoes as well. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to start with just a little bite of everything. Here we go. Rich in tomato and the sweet potato. Has that stewed down intensified flavor. The meat is well seasoned. I think I actually prefer a little bit of the gaminess of the venison when they had that version of this dish, because it added some complexity along with that spice. But the saltiness, the seasoned stew is pretty good. And the beef is a little chewy still. You can tell that it was a very lean roast that was prepared. I think this would be very filling, especially in the further months into the festival. So after trying that BERBERE beef stew, very filling, I had to come and get something to drink. So I went by the Germany Festival Pavilion and I got some of the Schaffhofer lime berry Hefewiesen to give a 6-ounce pour. And the cost of this was $5.75. And I'm gonna let you know what I think. I think I'm gonna like it. Very, very fruity, very light on the wheat beer aspect of this, or the Hefewiesen. The lime is just really crisp. Very, very good beer. A good addition to the Germany Festival booth, and something that I definitely recommend. This is excellent. All right, guys, so we're in Summerfest. This is what we're going to be giving a try to. This is Zwiebelkuchen, German onion cake with caramelized onions, bacon, herbs, and savory custard for $9.79. All right, guys, so we finally got seated here, and I'm going to give a shot to this onion pie that looks absolutely delicious. Again, this is one of the pricier items, but I would say it's pretty hefty. It's probably 8 to 10 ounces in serving. Excited to give this a shot. You can see that it's mainly onion and egg based with some other herbs in there. You've got these chunks of ham. It looks great. Let's give it a shot. We've got kind of like a white cheddar flavor going on along with the onions and the ham. This really is delicious. I think if you love quiches, you're gonna love this dish. If you love eggs, you'll love this dish. I really enjoy it. Eggs are probably one of my favorite foods, something I try to have a couple times a week. For it being a simple dish, there's definitely a lot of flavor. The onions are absolutely delicious. I think that this dish is great. I don't know if it edges out the trout in being the best thing that I've had today, but I definitely think that this could be something that going to be perfected and grow in time. I think it's all the ingredients are there. I feel like it could use just a little bit more seasoning in itself, just a tear more, just a little bit more would really set this off. Some kind of herb flavor to it, but I think all in all, it's excellent. Definitely something I would recommend. For the price of $9.75, I think the portion size is excellent. I think you could make a full meal out of this if you would like. Just another great new dish here. All right, guys, we're at the Japan Pavilion. We're going to try the Osakana Karaage, which is crispy fried pollock with spicy mayonnaise and sweet and creamy yuzu sauce for $8.50. We're also going to give a shot to that peachy mango boba, which is crafted Calpico peach juice with mango popping boba for $7. So we found a nice shady spot over in front of the sake bar, or behind the sake bar here in the Japan Pavilion, and I got that peach boba. Very light and refreshing. I wish it was a little bit colder. When I received it, it was actually at this temperature, so not very cold as I would like the boba to be, but the taste is excellent. The serving size for $7 I think is a little small. I'd rather have more tea. Don't even have to have a whole lot of popping boba, but just more of the tea itself would be great. Now, the karaage, which is that white pollock with yuzu sauce, crispy fried, and you can see that here. You can definitely feel the firmness of this fish. Here we go. It definitely is chewy and firm. It's a light batter. Definitely tastes I believe the marinade that this is done in. Pollock flavor is rich as well, like we had with the trout earlier today. One more bite here, so I can make a good assessment of the flavor. The pollock is fried firm. Definitely you get, even though this isn't chicken karaage, you definitely get almost like a chicken texture because of the firmness of that pollock. I don't know if I would make this a regular thing. Generally, the Japan booth in itself, they serve very small portions. Medium of the road for food quality. The flavors are good. I wish it was just a little bit, just a touch softer in texture, and it had a little bit of some starch to go with it. I think like some fried rice noodles or rice strings, or even a rice paper in itself would be good as a serving method for this. But otherwise, pretty okay. And guys, we're going to definitely be coming back for Eat to the Beat. Maybe come see Casey Tunstall or Frey might be good. Definitely Big Bad Voodoo Daddy would be really enjoyable. I don't know if we can make it on Halloween night. We'll give it see if we can do that. Jordan Sparks on the 9th. Here's some No Air, and well, the Beach Boys on the 16th. Hop into the creation shop and see if we can find any festival merchandise. Here we go. We've got the Food and Wine Festival logo, $31.99. Ratatouille there, $34.99. I like that a lot. It's like your tumbler satchel. for $50. Really nice. I believe it's just a, maybe like a steeping cup. I'm not sure. It's got this silicone top at the top there. Maybe that either traps the moisture in or there's some other purpose there for the chef's hat. $27.99. I really like that. Egg turner spatula here. Big flavors. Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. $14.99. It's really cool. We've got these, it's a plastic bowl, like a centerpiece bowl for $24.99 with the logo in the center. That would be a good large portion salad or ramen bowl. It's a really cool apron. I think I like that cloth a little better. I like that emblem there with the Eiffel Tower and the utensils for $19.99. So you've got Remy on there and Emile. Here we have a lounge fly with Mickey on a Vespa. There you go. And they're limiting purchases of these items to 2 per guest. $90. Not bad. We've got Minnie and Daisy on a shirt here. Nice tank top. Holding an empanada. $31.99. We've got a cool Spirit jersey. Heavily embroidered for $79.99. Kind of a latex rubber. Not like a sewn in embroidery. A screen print. Heavy screen print. With Mickey again on that Vespa at the bottom. Really like that. And again, the front of that is the small logo for the Food and Wine Festival. You have Donald from the Mexico Pavilion, again with an empanada with a bite out of it, playing guitar. And the price on that's $34.99. Salt and pepper shakers. I guess this is an individual shaker for $14.99 in the shape of a trash can, which is funny. That's the table, universal spare table for the Food and Wine restaurant. Got a memorabilia Christmas ornament with the spaceship Earth, and there's Goofy and Mickey. International Food and Wine Festival 2025. And the price is $26.99. All right, then we've got this tumbler. Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, $24.99. That's a pretty decent size. Again, there is the Emile's Fromage Montage stickers that you would collect as you go through World Showcase and try those different dishes. Here we have a wine glass, wine tumbler, if you will, for $39.99. These also make pretty good coffee cups too. It says we use them in our house most of the time. Here's another kind of like Stanley style tumbler for $54.99. Seal, pretty good weight to it. You can see Daisy and Donald there with that plastic straw. Yep. And again, some of the official Disney Parks cookbook. $19.99. Cool. All right, and here we have another kind of jersey-ish t-shirt for the Food and Wine Festival. 2-color. Again, that is embroidered and not. Let me double check that. Yep, that is embroidered there for the numbers, for the dates. The cost is $34.99. Here we have a kind of puzzled cutting board, if you will, with stamped burn in images of Daisy, Minnie, Donald, and the cost of that is $39.99. I have this beautiful wine glass here. You can see the images around the world there. World Showcase. And again, you see International Food and Wine Festival 2025, Epcot on the bottom. And the cost is $14.99. That is really nice. Here we have a parka, rain jacket, if you will. Food and Wine Festival 2025. Cost of that is $59.99. Looks like there is a print on the inside. Different dishes and whatnot. And it looks like it's got it can stow in itself. That's nice. And here is a hat with the same empanada. There looks to be a cookie and a roll. And the cost of that is $29.99. Cool looking hat. All right, and here we go with a small little satchel. There's Bunsen and Beaker, International Food and Wine Festival 2025. And the cost of that is $65. It's a really cool bag there. Big Bunsen and Beaker fan. Disney lug. And here's a little pack, if you will, $34.99 with Beaker. And you also have Muppet Labs option there. And we have a Muppet Labs Bunsen and Beaker t-shirt with the Food and Wine Festival. Where we tried those wings earlier today for $34.99. Here is a oven mitt with the Food and Wine Festival and Figment for $14.99. We have a Figment themed apron. How cute is that? With the dragon wings on the side. And the price is $39.99. That's really cute. We have another tank top here with Figment enjoying some festival eats, I take it. $31.99. And the full shirt, the same pattern, $34.99. Really not plate with Figment for $26.99. We have some coasters with Figment, International Food and Wine Festival, $27.99. Coffee cup or soup mug, if you will. Super cute. $24.99. Here we have the festival ears. You can see that empanada and those rolls here. Mickey and the Vespa and Donald playing guitar. All right, guys, and with that, we are done for the day. We had the opportunity to have some excellent food today from the different pavilions. The wings, the trout, all the great food that we had today. I'm glad that you got to join me on this first day of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. Again, I am TJ the Park Popper. If you love what I do, please vibe, like, and subscribe. And I will see you again real soon. Have a great week.